name's Kenny. I'm a student here at Drexel, and I rock climb. Why'd I start? I remember on YouTube, I watched this dude climb a big ass wall without ropes, and my hands were sweating and everything like that the entire time through. And I was like, yo, that's pretty sick. So, I'm gonna do that. And then I realized that you're actually supposed to have a rope. When people say they're rock climbing, they mean they're coming to a gym like this and pulling on brightly colored plastic holds, and it's fun.
Could you explain the different types of rock climbing?
Yeah, okay. So, one, probably the most popular is bouldering. Typically, they're really powerful routes. They require a lot of problem solving, and they're not that long. Then there's lead climbing after that. Lead climbing is where you're attached to a rope and you're clipping yourself into a wall as you go up. Typically, these routes are really long. Sometimes they'll be 60 feet long or something like that. Then there's going to be something called traditional climbing or trad. So what you do is you put in your own protection as you go up the wall. So in lead climbing, the protection, the clips are already attached to the wall. You just have to clip yourself in with the rope. But this one is you clip the actual clip and then you pray to God it works. We always make fun of trad people because they have $500 worth of gear, look mad stupid. But we love trad climbers. They're great and also psychopathic. This is a pretty dangerous sport. I boulder because I'm scared of heights. I remember I tried doing up indoor lead wall. I got cooked. I got so cooked. I was not even halfway up this thing. I was crying.
No. Right behind you.
There's a lot of times where I'm bouldering. If I'm 20 feet up in the air and I only have a crash pad underneath me, I will be pretty terrified and I probably won't commit to the next move, but oh well. My fear of heights holds me back from sending a route, but also in a way it protects me because I'm if I fall, I die. So grading just gives a relative estimate as to how difficult a climb is. You have a V, and whatever number that is next to the V will indicate how hard it is. The lower you go, the easier the climb is. The higher you go, the harder the climb is. So you'll start off with a V0 in the gym. Those are essentially just colorful ladders. To the hardest stuff in the world, V17. Indoors, I've done up to V8 on a board. People clown me because I never touch the actual gym sets. I'd only as soon as I walk in, I just touch the board, and that was it. That was my entire session. I think one aspect of it is length. I really hate long stuff. I have such terrible stamina. Board climbing requires you to be very powerful, but for a small amount of moves. So a lot of gym climbs, you'll have maybe 15 moves, maybe even 20 moves. On a board, the max amount of moves you'll do is 9 or 10. But they're very physically demanding moves. So generally speaking, outdoor climbing tends to be harder than indoor climbing. In the limited amount of times I've been able to go, I've only sent up to V5, which is kind of crazy because I sent V8 indoors. Indoor climbing, a lot of it's commercial, so they want people to walk in the door, so they'll set stuff that's easier. Outdoors, since there's no membership, you just go outside. People generally grade a lot harder. There's also no brightly colored pink holds. You can't really see where you're going unless there's already chalk on there or you have a friend telling you where to go. And also outdoor, like you can go to the gym alone. Outdoors, you have to go with someone else. It's just like general safety. I prefer climbing outdoors. If I could have all my friends and everything like that, like I prefer climbing outdoors, just because it's really cool. When you're going on a hike and you see like these big ass rocks, like damn, I could climb that. I don't know, it's kind of sick.
Come on.
Nice.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that is.
There's also a 3 over there.
Nice, come on.
I do, but this is just, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Nice, so solid.
I support you, great. Okay.
Come on.
Weird.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that from you.
Come on. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Nice. So strong.
It's so fucking strong. Come on.
Come on. Say low.
Come on, Sarah, you're on. Come on. You got it.
Come on.
Fight.
Fuck.
Even if you go to like an indoor like commercial gym where things are relatively safe, like injuries is one of those things that climbers always experience. In terms of like safety though, like you really shouldn't think of it as like life or death, just because there's like a lot of safety precautions you can do. Like typically people who die are people who climb without a rope. Like obviously one is don't climb without a rope. Like you're asking to die at that point. Just like make sure all your safety equipment is checked well. Like when you learn how to lead climb and how to like you start managing a rope, like people will make sure that you know your stuff. Like you have to get certified for a lot of things. Like unless you're super experienced and you don't really care about your life, then sure go free solo a big wall. But if you do value your life like how most people do, just climb indoors. Like Boulder. This is fun, man. Like, you're hanging out with friends, working on something. I feel like it has like the same appeal as like gym bros do in like the gym. Like, as you keep doing this longer and longer, like you can see each other's progressions. You can see your own progression, which is like really fun to look at. Oh, it's not my game. That's a flex, man. Rock climbing does have like a pretty big role in my life. Like I rock climb whenever I'm feeling stressed out. Like whenever I want to meet up with my friends, I go rock climb. It's like a hobby that gives me motivation to like train or like get better at something. I think in terms of like mental, like a lot of rock climbing is introspection. Like you're kind of like looking into yourself, going over your mistakes. Like what can you do better? Like it sounds really corny. But when you're like shitting bricks on like a 25-foot climb and you fall, you're kind of like, damn. You start like reflecting. A lot of people who climb are actually scared of heights. So I feel like you should at least give it a try. If it's not your cup of tea, then it's just not your cup of tea. But you should try. It's pretty fun, especially when you go with like a good crew.
Oh.
Oh, no, I sold it. I can't believe I sold that.
It's over, bro.